Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with Tennessee's head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Vols headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking for the edge. Keeps it on first down. He'll pitch it. Still on his feet at the 25. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Brown will throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Smith. Gets away from one, he's got space. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses it.
And the Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it, or in this case, way too much on it, and overthrow the speedster.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Escapes the pressure to his right. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep 3rd downs manageable for this offense.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. They burned a couple of...
Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu. Entering accessibility tab, menu narration option is set to off is selected. Subtitle accessibility option to toggle menu narration. Audio is only available when connected to your servers.
Now down to just one timeout to work with. And now on second down for this offense. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. A 1st down for the offense. Hits inside, it's Cobb. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Brown wants to pass. Fires on the move. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. And that is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
On the run, it's Bishop. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Right side, it's Jackson. Plows through the defense. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo. This time they'll go to the running game. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Got some green grass. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down. And the Volunteers look to keep this drive humming.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now, because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Shakes off the defender. He is snowed under no second and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. That's a live ball. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all away. Touchdown, Tiger. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of this drive. Left side, it's Matthews. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The Vols headed quickly to the line. Second down to the air. Buying time to his right. Got out of trouble, got rid of him. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Got him on the RPO. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Matthews. Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. got an alley. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. On the direct snap, it's Bishop. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Making the adjustment on the play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Picked off to stop the threat. The Auburn offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Right back to the well. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
It really doesn't matter how big a boy you are. You could be huge out there at wide receiver like that guy is. If you don't set your feet first, you're not going to be accurate with the throw. You can't make sure you give that wide receiver a chance to win a jump ball if you don't get those feet set first.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw.
Makes the catch and he's free. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. On the move, it's Bishop.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Pulls and fired complete. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Turns up, it's Matthews. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Volunteers want to move quickly. Quarterback changing the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Unloads in the nick of time.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Rush is on. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, they're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Brown will throw it. And the missed connection on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Punt is in the air. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Snapped it, they'll throw to start the drive. On the run, deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Just feeds the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Guys, look at this. Surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. He's changing the play. Needs it here on fourth down. Dumps it to the back. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Nimrod. Makes the grab down immediately. He picks up a few.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, third and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Looking long. Upstairs, he's got it. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. The Vols are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw one first. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. right down the boulevard. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
2nd down, going to throw it. Out wide right, it's Staley. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the ball's racing to the line in a hurry up. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got him downfield. There he goes. He's at the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Fresh center downs going to the air. Right side, it's Matthews. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Second down, gonna throw it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tennessee! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Deep in the end zone, it's Kane. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. There he goes. Inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead here in the second half. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Can't get him to the ground. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Snapped on fourth down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Out wide right, it's Nimrod. Could not make his way to the corner.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Coming out with it, it's Dodson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
The Volunteers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Now this offense is back on the field. looking for space. It's Cobb. Knocked down immediately.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Auburn to the line in a hurry. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. Using his feet. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. From deep, it's Dodson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Pulled and fired complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Move to his right. Rolling right and going deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Changing the routes with his receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's not afraid to go deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Brown will throw it. Right side, it's Cobb. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Nice play to knock that one down.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Singleton. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Out wide right, it's Kane. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll take it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. All over him immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. Here's a give to Washington. Touchdown, Tiger! And the pummeling has started. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So here is the Tennessee offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Really good job by the defense. They're understanding pass, dropping back, but not losing sight of that running back and letting that...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on 4th. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Right side, it's Kane. Lowers those pads. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Running inside, it's Cobb. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Trying to get behind the defense. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.